Good morning, guys. I know I am late today on the video. I am sorry about that. I've had a very busy couple of days. We've had a lot of interest in Sync Connect, my newest service that is putting you on monthly Zoom calls with library CEOs and music supervisors. So I've been very busy getting people set up with their accounts, answering some questions. I'm going to address some of the common questions I've received from many of you, and also just giving you a heads up that we are now 39 spots down from when we launched this. So if you didn't catch my first video, we're basically giving the first 100 members that give Sync Connect a shot a 40% membership discount rate, essentially, if you want to join us on a monthly basis. So it's actually just $24.99 a month. It will be going up to $39.99 a month once we have those 100 spots left. So now we have about, I think it's like 61 spots, something like that. So I'm going to show you guys in this video who our CEOs and music supervisors are, at least the first four, so you guys get an idea on the quality of the human beings that are going to be associated with this. And I also want to let all of you guys know that I've already signed up. I've had a few questions. When is the first Sync Connect happening? I've been hearing it's this Saturday, but when, all that kind of stuff. It will be this Saturday, August 12th at 9 a.m. Pacific time. And the Zoom link will be available inside the membership area. Okay, so once you create your membership after you've completed the checkout, you'll see a big button that'll actually have the Zoom link inside of it. So that's basically where you can always go click on it and get access to it when we start this Saturday with Trevor Luan of Get It Done Music. So what we're going to do is start with him. And I'm going to show you guys some of his placements and what he's doing with Get It Done Music. And then we'll go through the top four here so you guys can get to know who these people are, what their placements are, so you can see the quality of the people you're going to be potentially networking with, getting your questions answered, learning more about them and what they want, and also potentially getting your tracks reviewed. Another common question I had was the confusion on the 5-track limit. Let me explain it again, just in case I wasn't clear on the last video. Each member that wants to submit a track for these sessions is going to be limited to 1 track per member. Okay, so you can't send 5 of your tracks or 10 of your tracks to one library CEO and try to get reviews on all of them. So you basically have to choose your best track that you feel really represents what you can really provide and offer to this particular CEO or supervisor. And what we're going to do, it's going to be first come, first serve. So I'm going to cap it at 5 tracks per session. The reason for that is because I don't want to overwhelm our guests with a lot of music and inundate them with just too much to do. I don't want it to feel like it's a homework assignment for them. I want them to feel like they're really giving valuable and engaging feedback and thoughts on our tracks. So it is first come, first serve. Okay, some people were wondering if I just randomly select 5 tracks and it's just sort of a luck drawing. No, it's nothing like that. It's an added service. You do pay for it. As a member, you get that 25% discount, though. It's only $75 per track submission. But you do have to pay for it because it's an added feature, and you get your review. You obviously get to hear directly from a decision maker what they think of your music, if it's ready for them, if it's not ready for them. And of course, my guarantee with this service is that if you do submit one of your tracks and that library or CEO or supervisor loves what they hear and they want to use it, I will personally make sure that I get an email connection between you and that CEO or supervisor immediately after the session is over. So I will personally make sure that connection happens. Then I hand it off to you two. You guys decide and negotiate how you want to work together, okay? If you have any other questions, something that I haven't addressed yet, go ahead and post it below or just email me, jesse@syncmymusic.com. I'll be happy to answer them, okay? So many of you guys know Trevor. You know that he's been on my channel recently. He was at Sync Up, and a few of you have actually already gotten some great acceptances through him, through our Sync Up event, but now you have an opportunity to do that as well throughout the year as we bring him back on through this service. So I'm going to just show you some of his credits with Get It Done Music, and as you can see, some of them are fairly recent, some of them are fairly big titles here, even Fortnite, the video game, doing some Apple stuff, doing some Netflix shows and trailers, Ellen show. So Trevor is one of these guys that you really want to be on his team because he is somebody that's definitely been in this industry longer than I have, or at least as long. But what Trevor is doing really wisely, he and I talk about it all the time, is he's really keeping his eye on the AI space and the new technologies, new apps, the new ways that he needs to be sort of nimble with his business strategies. So this is a company that is going to be able to really take advantage of the new paradigm shift that's going to be coming on board. A lot of the bigger companies, this isn't a knock against them, but a lot of them, just with any big organization, it's really hard to switch your game plan up and switch your entire business strategy when you have dozens or hundreds of employees and you've been doing things the same way for decades and decades, you kind of just you become a cash cow and you kind of get stuck in your ways a little bit. So Trevor's a much more nimble, smaller boutique firm that has great relationships, but he's already thinking about how he's going to be adapting and switching and trying new things out with this new coming paradigm. So this is definitely a library CEO you really want to create a direct relationship with. He's a solid winner in my book for sure. Pat with FlickTracks. Some of you guys have known that I have recommended FlickTracks through SyncEdge over the years, and now you get to directly communicate with the CEO, the owner of FlickTracks. So FlickTracks has this cool thing called TV Pros, and through that source that they have, you can kind of see some of the great placements and clients that they've actually been serving their music with for many years actually now. So a really great guy, and we had a great conversation over the phone not too long ago when I was trying to get him involved with this, and he's definitely one of these CEOs that really wants to help us directly make communications with him, and he wants to be a part of the solution in terms of creating a community that is better prepared to serve each other. And so I think Pat is going to be one of these great CEOs you're going to want to get to know, and obviously just feel out essentially if this is going to be a company that you might want to work with. So we're going to get some great insights from Pat. Then we're going to go on to Jen with Audio Socket. Now, she was actually somebody that I had on my channel not too long ago. We had a great conversation, and Jen herself might not join us for this particular one, but she basically is going to have 3 members of Audio Socket join us, and these are going to be the actual individuals whose job it is to make a decision as to who gets included and accepted into their catalog. So Jen is certainly all on board with this Sync Connect service, but she's actually worried more about the sort of business development aspect of them, so that we're going to actually get some onboarding kind of A&R reps essentially from Audio Socket to let us know how we can best serve them and what they're really looking for. So here are just some of their recent placements. They actually did something with Oppenheimer, which is really amazing. Some great stuff with Netflix and their gaming platforms that's basically being created. Zombieland with the Zombieland 2. As you can see, just name brands, great stuff, Disney Plus, all this kind of stuff. So they are doing some great things, and I think this is a great company that you guys want to basically think about getting involved with, not just for these major TV and film and trailer placements, obviously, that you can see here, but Jen and all the people at Audio Socket are also getting very serious about social media placements, TikTok placements in particular. They are starting to see some amazing potential by branching out and going into non-traditional places to get their tracks placed. So you definitely want to be involved with a company like that if you want to have access to some new sources of income with your music. And the last one we'll talk about just in this video, we'll have some more, we'll talk about the rest, but this one is Andy Ross. So Andy Ross is also new to our world. We haven't had him as a guest speaker yet, but he is a music supervisor with Exit Strategy. Now, as you can see, he has done some great work. One of my favorites, and this is one of the reasons why I really was excited to bring him on, is he did the music supervision for Whiplash. If you guys didn't check out that movie, it's a great movie about a kid who's learning how to, he's not learning how to drum, but he's in this very hyper-competitive program, basically, with this crazy drum teacher. And it's just, it's an amazing, edge of your seat kind of a show, and I just love, obviously it's a whole movie about drumming, so of course it captured me. But the music that they have going on in this is really fairly unorthodox. It's not something that you would usually hear in a movie like this. And we talked a little bit over the phone about why they selected this music, and we'll definitely ask him more on our Zoom session with him, because you'll be surprised, or maybe not surprised, how much politics actually and lack of budget sometimes dictate where supervisors can go to get the music that they want. You don't always, of course, get the exact right track or the exact type of music you want for your projects. So Andy will be a great resource for us to understand how this stuff works, how you get involved with these kind of projects, and what you need to do to basically put yourself in a great situation with somebody like Andy. So obviously you got El Chapo here, Tijuana, so a lot of Netflix, a lot of great projects that he's been a part of. So really grateful to have Andy as a part of this Sync Connect platform where we have. So of course, we'll talk to you guys later about Perry, AJ, Troy, and Mike. Some of you guys can, vouch. You've already seen some of these guys at Sync Up, or if you attended virtually. And if you click on the link below, you can actually come to this website where all of these are hyperlinked. So you can actually go check out these people yourselves, go see what kind of placements they've gotten, what they've been really all about. So I'm going to get back to now onboarding everybody that has been signing up. So remember the $24.99 a month rate, which is cancel anytime, no obligation to keep your membership for any longer than you need to. You can lock in that rate for as long as you keep your membership. And it also comes with a 30-day money back guarantee. So come on in. You literally have nothing to lose, everything to potentially gain with this service. And don't snooze on this and wait, because once these 100 spots are over, that discounted rate is gone. And I don't want you guys to miss out on this great opportunity for us to build this new platform, build this new way for you guys to connect. So hopefully I'll see you guys on the inside of Sync Connect. For those of you that find this is going to be a potentially really, really helpful service, and I think that that's exactly what it's going to be.